Hello and welcome. Today we have a VOD review on Gibraltar. Looks like a diamond Zenyatta. I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. Cool. Yeah, and unfortunately this started a little bit early, or rather late, the VOD recording. So you got the Winston, the Mercy, the Soldier, the Diva, and obviously you. Oh, your Winston just died. Who's your sixth man? Is that a Tracer back there? I can only guess it's Tracer. It's always Tracer or a Genji. Okay, so nice pick. Okay, so I love this pick. This is great. Now, what do? So the fight got really chaotic. Your teammates kind of did some silly things, and so did your opponents. So now you actually can still win this, and actually you and your Diva brought this back. So very good work. Yeah, actually your play's been great so far. Now what do? So you have the Soldier here, the Diva here. You lost Winston and Mercy, but you have another, I assume, another DPS coming. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna guess and say it's Tracer or Genji. You have a great. Actually, this is like almost perfect positioning. You're far back, and Soldiers on the high ground. Diva's pushing that main kind of area that people typically come in through in solo queue. Now, what do? Someone might say, "Oh, get on the cart." I think that's completely the wrong idea here. If you push the cart, you're gonna give up your awesome positioning. You have the server room to work with. You have a health pack behind you. You can do harmonies and orbs for days, or excuse me, harmonies and discords for days, right clicks for days. And you're pretty safe back there, unless there was someone sneakily hiding behind you, like a sneaky Genji or a Tracer. So maybe you want to just turn your camera for a second and just see if someone's there. But what I don't want you to do is to get on the cart. Now, the argument for getting on the cart is, oh, like, let's push the cart furthermore. But in my opinion, in this situation, there is going to be one more fight. Almost certainly there has to be one more fight. So better to win it cleanly than go for like this trickle in style where you guys kind of trickle in, you huddle up on the cart, and then your opponents trickle in. They're going to have spawn advantage. So this next fight has to be done very cleanly on your end. So please do not make the mistake of getting on the cart. You could probably get on the cart here for like a few seconds, like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 seconds, just to push it a little bit more. But as soon as you start seeing opponents trickle in, and actually before that, you probably can't wait that long. You probably need to anticipate it and then back off. So I want you to push the cart for a few seconds, and then let the Diva do it. Winston should be back. I don't recall how long, but soon. Or that other DPS player can do it. So the key here is this next victory needs to be clean. So don't just like try to push the cart and then be in a shitty position. Okay, that's enough. That's enough preface. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay, so you're going forward. Oh, okay. So now, well, actually, okay. So like right now, I want you to start backing up. Let your teammates do this. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay, so. Oh. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with what you did. Again, I would have liked you to start backing up a little bit sooner. But hey, it worked. Yeah, well, actually, did it work out? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. So very good play. Still, again, a little bit aggressive on the positioning. Your mind's is telling you to just get on the cart, but try to break these habits that seem good, but aren't always necessarily good. It's a tricky thing to master. It's a hard decision to make in that kind of pressure. Cool. And just to play devil's advocate, like if Diva had come out with like a Tracer at the same time, they probably would have killed you. I don't recall if you had Transcendance though. So anyways, that's enough of that. Positioning's pretty decent so far. So cool. On the Diva. When she does her DM, I want you to start charging up a right click. So right there, start charging up a right click, and then you let him fly. Okay, so she's up. Actually, I want you to be looking up and find her. And actually, who'd you give that harmony to? Soldier. Okay. Could we have given it to Winston? He's full health. Actually, yeah, I would have liked to see you given this. Actually, it's fine. But I would like you to look up to see what's happening. Get good. Get coverage. Right there. Let me... Oh, but you let him fly. Okay. So, I would have liked to see you... Okay, so you let your right clicks go. Unfortunately, at the same time, she started her ultimate, so that's not your fault, in my opinion. But... let's say you held on to that right click a little bit longer. How many orbs did you have? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could have held on to that longer, and then you actually might have been able to kill D.Va. I've done this before, where a D.Va thinks she's safe after she ultimates because people are running away, but you have plenty of time to actually still kill her, especially in this situation where you actually had coverage with these boxes right here. So you could have gone for a kill and then safely retreated. Not to mention you have the Winston bubble here. And now she's gonna get away. Cool, that's a good right click. I love that right click. I love it, I love it, I love it. Get that harmony, good. Did you reload too early? Oh, my friend, you had 11 bullets in the clip. You gotta be more patient with those reloads. Don't always feel like you have to constantly be reloading. Love the right click there. I love it, I love it. Right here. Okay, so as soon as you have 11 health and his high noon comes out, that's what you kind of did. I would have liked to see you spam AD strafing a little bit more to kind of trick him, because he thinks that you're gonna go for the safe coverage. But actually, this little box right here screwed you over. Actually, you can't see it, I think, because I have a black bar down here. But you got stuck on some environment. I don't blame you for that. But at that health, with only 11 health, he can sneeze on you. So at that point, I think it's better to kind of go for broke and just go for a kill, because it's going to take a solid like second to get behind the coverage there. So don't always feel like you have to go for the environment in situations like that. A lot of times your opponents will get caught off guard when you actually juke away from the environment, and then they'll miss their shots and they'll be like, what the hell? And then you start, spamming the AD stuff, and then, they kind of get out of their flow, and you kind of get in their head. And then, hopefully during that time you can maybe land some shots and kill them. So that can be a mind game you can play with people, and it is quite effective. Nice dodge. It's a good right click. I love it. Nice, another right click. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love the right clicks. Okay. I feel like you're using that melee cancel a little bit too much. Don't be afraid sometimes to let them fly, especially when there's like a Winston bubble in front of you. Oh, okay. So I'd like you to get high ground right now. Yes, yes, go in here. Yes, I love it. Give him harmony. Give him I would like to see you give that soldier harmony. Give it to somebody. There you go. Okay, a little bit slow on the harmony there. Oh, quality just took a dip. Okay. Is that my fault, or is that China, or is that just your video? Whatever. We'll let it play. Okay, so far a bit slow. Oh no. No, my internet just died. Okay, so that's my fault. I'm sorry. Okay, usually my internet comes back after a minute or so, so I'll start talking. Okay, so far, oh, there we go. Your positioning has been pretty good. I'm fairly happy with it for a diamond player. The one thing I will say is I want you to go for high ground more often. And maybe you could back up a little bit more. Actually, so like this distance is pretty good right here. Like this kind of general distance with this soldier that you're fighting. I'm gonna mute this. That's the kind of distance I want you aiming for. So your distancing is pretty good, but I think more than not need you to be a little bit more, a little bit further back. Okay, so right here you lose your Winston. And you guys want to keep pushing forward. I would have liked to see a disengage, but this is solo queue, so you will almost never see that. I don't mind this, actually, what you're doing here. I don't mind this at all. That being said, so when you're gonna go into a corner like this, okay, so when you're gonna go into like a room around a corner, like you're about to do, save your right click for this situation. These are the moments where you want to have this right click at 5 orbs, because if you know someone's in there, great, it's for them. And if you don't know if someone's in there and there's someone actually is in there, then there's a really good chance that you can kill them. That being said, there was a tracer and someone else in there. Was it soldier? Unlikely that you actually kill them, or one that you kill both. But obviously, it would have been nice if you'd killed one, taken down with you. Cool. Ooh, I don't know if I like this Transcendance. Got the Pharah above you. It's not a horrible Transcendance. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best Transcendence I've ever seen, but you created a lot of space for your team, and that's perfectly reasonable. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else. So, and then also your harmonies and discords, a little bit slow. I want you to practice weaving them in between your left and your right clicks. It's a skill that will come with time. You're good at discording people after you right click them, and that's pretty easy to do. But your left clicks a little bit not so great. Whoo! Dancing with the devil there. All right, you need heals. This is a good right click. Yes, love the right click. Oh, your Winston, what is he doing? He's getting so aggressive. Your Winston keeps dying. It's okay, you can't control that. Oh, right there. So I would have liked to seen that right click for that tracer. Boom, right there. So a little bit slow on the reaction. Give that harmony, give that harmony. Good, good, good. Now switch the harmony to that person. Oh, but they're out of line of sight. Ooh. Oh, nice left click. That's a good right click. Yes. This distancing is pretty. I'm pretty happy with this spacing you have going on here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good right click. Get that harmony down onto that diva. But actually, you had it on Mercies. That's not horrible. Yes, so actually I want to highlight this. So here you were kind of on the point. Now notice how hard it is to deal with this tracer when you're so close to your teammates. You have to do this thing. You're constantly turning around. Instead, if you're at a safer distance further back, much easier to deal with that tracer. In a situation like this, because then you're gonna make her decide between coming after you or contesting the cart. And if she comes after you at that long distance, once you get good at Zenyatta, you will kick her ass more often than not. If she's going to disrespect you and use blinks to get to you, or if she just walks to you, which she probably wouldn't do, but even if she, in both cases, you'll probably still win that fight as long as you're properly discording and right clicking. You know, or at the very least, you stretch her out. You make her come to you, waste a lot of time. She can't be on the cart. And, like a good team, someone's going to come support you, right? Like a Mercy's going to come heal you, or a friendly Ana, or a Diva, whatever. And if you're not comfortable playing at that distance, maybe your Zenyatta isn't super sick, then just space out a little bit, right? We're talking like an extra 10 meters just to get a better vantage point and to see what that tracer's doing, much more likely to land shots as opposed to what you were doing, which was like, oh crap, where is she? I can't see her, and then, you did nothing that whole time. Cool. Nice. I love it. Okay, I would actually like you to go for high ground here. I would like you to go for this area. It's pretty damn nice as Zenyatta. And, you can pair up there with like a friendly soldier, which you don't have actually. Your McCree's flanking on the left. I don't mind that. What? Are you serious? Okay. Sorry, China problems. My apologies. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, we may have to cut this video short. But I think this, let me see, in your Transcendance usage. Oh, okay. It's good. Okay, cool. We can do a little bit more. Transcendance usage seems okay. It's not bad. I would need to see more footage, more of your gameplay to decide how I feel about your Transcendance usage. Pretty happy with your right click usage. Definitely better than most Zenyatta's in my opinion. You don't use Transcendance here. You're gonna. Oh, actually, can you turn this? Maybe. No. Nope. This is good. Don't use your Transcendence. At least not right now. I mean, like, you know, if something were to happen. So I'm glad that you held on to it when you were getting bombarded by that Winston. So very good Transcendence discipline there. Funny because we were just talking about that. So right now, your Harmony is on McCree, who is full health. I would like to see you switch it to whoever the heck this is. Don't be afraid. You only have 2 orbs on your right click. That's okay. Let it go and immediately get that Harmony onto that person who desperately needs health. Yeah, so you get the full 5 orbs. Let me see that again. Yeah, you get the full 5 orbs. Better to save that person. Oh. Nice. I love it. Great. I love your spacing right now. This is excellent. Okay, a little bit too close. Yeah, okay. This is good. Still a little bit too close. Back up more, please. Oh, and now you have to use the Transcendence. Not horrible because you were about to die, so I don't mind this Transcendence. You were at 642. Perfect. Yes, this is valid. But you wouldn't have had... You probably could have held on to this longer if you were spaced out a little bit more. So I was happy with your spacing. Then you got a little bit too aggressive. Right click, right click. Yes, this is good. I love it. That's a good right click. Yes, that's perfect. You missed, I think, all or most of those shots. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so I'm not sure why you meleeed, but as soon as you probably fat fingered it. As soon as you got rezzed, you want to get a quick Harmony and a quick Discord, and then go for at that point either a left click or a right click. Nice. Spacing's good. Spacing is great. Get that Discord good. Nice. Get a right click going. There you go. Good. Yeah, and at this point you can go forward. So now that you have a very heavy man advantage, you can totally go forward and look for really big right clicks on either door, because as Zenyatta you can put a ton of pressure into those tiny little spaces. So don't be afraid to get aggressive here. Okay, so exactly. So right here, way too passive. Need you to be a little bit more far forward. Nice. Nice. And actually, you know what? To be fair, I will almost always support a Zenyatta who wants to space out the way you just did. So I wouldn't even say that's bad. Instead, I would say going forward would have been completely valid to put a lot of pressure onto those doors. And based on the spawn retimers, actually, maybe that wouldn't have worked. Maybe that actually would have gotten you killed, because especially since you didn't have Transcendence. So now that I think about it, maybe that actually would have been bad. So yeah. So what you did was totally valid. I love it. We're gonna have to wrap up this VOD review. Right click usage, turn it up a little bit more. Don't do so many melee cancels. Like, it's like your weapon accuracy is gonna go down, but who the hell cares? Stats don't matter. People who obsess about stats are silly. We'll just leave it at that. Let's see what else. Left click usage was pretty decent. Harmony needs a lot of work. I feel like you're not very aware of who needs harmonies and weaving them in between your attacks. Discords, much better, but still can use some work. Transcendence usage, pretty on point. I'm not disappointed with your Transcendence usage. You have pretty good discipline. You pulled out in moments where that were totally valid to use them. You had that one on Hanger Phase that wasn't ideal, but I don't hate it. What else? Spacing. Spacing is pretty damn good for a diamond player. Need you to practice putting a little bit more space in between you and your opponents. Just a little bit more. Try to be a little bit more aware of that. But that being said, your spacing is excellent for a diamond player. I think if you play with this kind of performance consistently, you will easily hit masters, and as you get just slowly improve. And I could see you hitting grandmasters pretty easily. Cool. I think that's it. Great. Cool. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. And if it was, please subscribe. Thank you.